It started last winter when I moved into the old two-story house on Pine Hollow Road. It was cheap, way too cheap, but after the breakup and a string of bad luck, I couldn't say no. The realtor told me the basement had some structural issues, nothing major. Just a door that hadn't been opened in years. That door became my obsession. The house creaked like it was breathing. Each step I took sent an echo crawling through the floors. The air smelled like wet wood and dust. I tried to tell myself that was normal, old house, old sounds. But around 2 a.m., I heard knocking. Soft. Slow. Coming from beneath me. I froze in bed. The knocking stopped. Then, after a few seconds, 3 more knocks, rhythmic, deliberate. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I went down to the basement for the first time. The stairs were steep, the air thick and cold like something was waiting down there. At the bottom was that door, wooden, covered in peeling white paint, a metal lock sealing it shut. I pressed my ear against it. Nothing. Still, I felt warmth. Like something breathing on the other side. There was a keyhole, but no key. I decided to leave it alone. For a few days, everything was fine. Then the noises began again, tapping, scraping, sometimes even what sounded like whispering. Not words, more like breathing trying to form words. To prove I wasn't losing my mind, I set up an old phone facing the basement door. I hit record before going to bed. The next morning, I checked the footage. For hours, nothing moved, just darkness. Then, at exactly 3:17 a.m., the door handle twitched. Once. Then again. And then, a soft push from the other side. The wood strained, dust fell, and something like a hand pressed against the crack, pale, with long fingers that slid back into the dark. I dropped the phone and ran out of the house. When I came back the next day, the whole house smelled like iron and mold. I followed it down to the basement. The door was still closed, but something had changed. Someone had carved a word into the paint. Let me up. I stumbled backward, heart pounding. I called my friend Derek, who worked in construction, and begged him to come over. When he arrived, I pointed at the door. He laughed nervously. Man, it's probably just some rats or moisture warping the wood. Then explain this, I said, showing him the carving. He ran his fingers over the letters. Fresh, he muttered. This wasn't here long. We decided to open it. Derek grabbed a crowbar and popped the lock. The sound echoed through the house like a scream. The door creaked open a few inches, the smell hit us instantly. Rot. Damp earth. Something dead. We shined our flashlights inside. The basement continued another 10 feet, a tunnel carved into the dirt. The walls looked wet, pulsing slightly, like veins. Hell no, Derek said. That's not a normal foundation. Then, from the darkness, came a whisper. Not through air, through the ground. You shouldn't have come. Derek stumbled back. I slammed the door shut and relocked it with a chain. Neither of us said a word. He left within minutes. That night, I slept with the lights on. Every bulb in the house glowed, but the shadows still felt alive. I tried playing music, turning on the TV, anything to drown out the breathing. At exactly 3:17 again, the power went out. Darkness swallowed everything. Then I heard it, the chain sliding off the basement door. I ran for the front door, but it wouldn't open. It felt like someone was holding it shut from the outside. My phone light flickered as I turned toward the basement. The door stood open. A shape crawled out, not walking, but dragging itself. Its skin hung loose, gray and wet, its eyes 2 black pits. The stench was unbearable. It whispered, in a voice that sounded like my own. You let me out. I stumbled backward, tripping over the rug. The thing crawled closer, its head twitching at sharp angles. Behind it, the basement door creaked wider, showing more stairs, far more than the house could possibly have. They went downward forever. As it reached for me, I screamed and threw the only thing near me, the phone. The light hit its face for a moment, showing rows of jagged teeth and human eyes scattered across its neck. Then the light went out. When I woke up, it was morning. The lights were back on. The door was closed again, sealed, chained, untouched. No sign of Derek. No sign of the thing. But on the wall near my bed, written in thick black streaks, was one new message. You're next. I moved out that day. I never saw Derek again. The realtor refuses to answer my calls, and the new owners have already moved in. Sometimes, when I drive past Pine Hollow Road, I see a light flickering through the basement window. And every time, it's exactly 3:17 a.m. Some doors stay closed for a reason. But curiosity always finds the key.